Hey there, I'm Sal. Thanks for checking out the video. A couple weeks ago I was telling you guys about a loud squeal that I was getting when I would start my truck in the morning, especially on cold mornings, and I believe it's something related to the serpentine belt. So in that video I replaced the serpentine belt. You can find that on my channel, but unfortunately that didn't solve the problem. I still have the squeak on the cold mornings. So today we're going to be digging in a little bit more. The next item on the list to check out are going to be some of the pulleys. I think specifically two of the pulleys are going bad, so we have replacements for them and we'll be tossing them in today. So let's get into it. So like I mentioned in the last video, I removed the serpentine belt, and this is it. You can see the part number right there. It's only been on the truck for approximately like 500 miles. It really hasn't been that long, but you can see it's got no cracks. It's still very malleable. It doesn't have any weird like rubbing or fraying along the edges, so I have no reason to believe that the belt is going bad or there's an issue with like lining up of the pulleys or anything. So we'll be reusing the belt, and now we can start checking out the pulleys. Okay, so I thought we'd start with a quick pulley tour with which pulleys are where and kind of what we're talking about here. So looking at the right side of the engine, starting here on the bottom is the air conditioner compressor, the AC compressor. Moving to the left, right in the middle here, up top is the idler pulley. Below that, you can see the flat non-ribbed one. That is the pulley for the fan clutch. And then below that, on the bottom, trying to get the light set up here, that is your crank hub pulley. That's actually connected to the crankshaft. Next to the left there, you can see another non-ribbed one. That is your belt tensioner pulley. So that's actually what keeps tension on the serpentine belt as it's spinning around. And then moving left one more time, you have your power steering pump and pulley right there. And then below it, it's a little bit hard to see. You can just barely catch a glimpse of it down there, is your alternator and the associated alternator pulley. An easy way to test if the pulley's going bad or not is really simply to just spin it. So this is the AC compressor, but if we see, this is not related, I hit it with my arm. If we spin the AC compressor pulley, I don't hear any abnormal noises, it spins freely, and that pulley seems to be good. But if we move over here to the idler pulley, it's not actually connected to anything, it's just there as another point for the belt to loop around. If we spin it, you might be able to hear it's got some grinding noises. It just doesn't sound very smooth. It spins really smooth. It's still going, you can see, but yeah, it doesn't quite sound as smooth as it should. Again, the next one down is the one connected to the fan clutch. So if we spin the fan, again, not hearing any abnormal noises, spinning freely. Next pulley I'm going to test is the tensioner pulley, and it's going to be a little bit hard to get my hand down here and focus at the same time, so I'll try to get you a clip over here. But if you can hear that, it is really not sounding too hot. There goes my light. It's really not sounding too hot. So I'm thinking that's probably our biggest culprit right now is the belt tensioner pulley. So we'll definitely be replacing that one. And then coming over here, we won't be replacing the power steering or the alternator pulleys today. Okay, so we'll start up here with the idler pulley. It is a 14mm socket, and it just comes off normally. Some pulleys have reverse thread pitch, but this one just loosens like normal. So we will take this guy off first. Pulling it off, note that you have the thicker part to the front and the thinner part to the back. Coming over the bench, you can see the bolt and washer that pass through the pulley. I'll be reusing these. And then the pulley itself. Again, this idler pulley spins pretty well, but if you listen to it up close, you'll hear it just doesn't sound super smooth, and I'd rather be proactive and replace it now. The OEM pulleys are way more expensive than I think that they should be, and way more than I was expecting them to be, but I opted for an aftermarket pulley. I went with this Dayco one. This is the number right here, and from the research I did online, everything should match up nicely. You can see it also has the thick part up top and the thin part down on the bottom. All the ridges line up. It's the exact same diameter as the old pulley, and from everything I've read, it should just be a direct replacement. So yeah, let's go throw this one on the truck. Pretty straightforward here. Just make sure you have the bolt and washer in front of the pulley with the thick side facing out, and then you can just thread it right back in. It's even easier if you're not trying to leave room for you guys to see in the camera. Just pops in and threads in like normal. I don't know the proper torque spec for this, but I'm just going to good and tight. Nothing crazy, but just enough that it's not going to be falling off. So now we'll be reaching down and loosening the tensioner pulley bolt, which is a little bit harder to access, especially if your truck is warm, because these coolant passages are going to be really, really, really hot. So be careful reaching around here. Luckily my truck's been sitting for a couple hours, but yeah, reaching down through here, just be careful. And then this is also a 14 millimeter, but it's reverse thread, like what I was talking about before. So it's a little counterintuitive, but you'll be turning it clockwise to loosen it. And it feels weird, but then it loosens up and, and everything's going okay. Well, there's the pulley, and I gotta go fish the bolt and washer out from the bottom of the engine bay. Okay, over on the bench you can see this pulley has the same sort of bolt and washer combo. Again, I'll be reusing this one, and this pulley is way worse than the other one. I can like feel it through my finger, like the grinding happening inside of it. So yeah, I bet you this one was the one being really noisy. So especially glad to be replacing this one. Now, this is where the Facebook groups and some of the forum posts kind of failed me here. When I did my first round of research, this is the one that I decided to try and go with. Daco, this is the part number here, and I really thought that this was the right one, and then it came in, and I said, wait a minute, something doesn't look right here. And yeah, it's too small. So I did a little bit of research. You don't want to run this one when it's too small. It can just throw off some things, especially like with spacing front to back. So you don't want to run this one. Then I went to AutoZone, and in their system they were saying that this one should work, and it's the same diameter. This is 102 millimeters, that's the diameter. So you can see it lines up perfectly, but the problem with this one is you can see it's like a full donut. It doesn't have this taper, and that's a problem because this washer doesn't fit in there. So this doesn't fit on our trucks, unfortunately, even though it is the right size and the AutoZone computer says that it'll fit. So third option, this just got delivered today finally, and this is a Gates pulley, and you can see the part number here. My third round of research yielded this as a good option, and looking at it now, the washer fits over top of it. It's the exact same size as the stock one, and I bet you this is going to be our best bet going forward. So let's go replace this on the car now. The nice thing about the tensioner pulley, you might be able to see, it sits on that little dowel there, and then the bolt just kind of holds it in place. So you don't have to worry about threading the bolt and washer and pulley all in at once. You can set the pulley on that dowel and then feed the bolt through afterwards. Again, on this one, you'll be tightening it, let's see, counterclockwise in order to tighten it. Sorry, I'm trying to get you a clip, but my arm doesn't really fit that way. But counterclockwise to tighten this one. Okay, I apologize, I'm trying to get you a better angle here, but you can see when I tighten the pulley all the way, the tensioner actually just kind of like does its springing motion. So I wasn't sure exactly how to torque this, but I just assumed that when it's tight enough where it won't spin and you're doing this instead, that it's all properly torqued. And feeling the pulley, it feels smooth, no rubbing, no looseness back and forth. So I believe we should be good to go. Okay, cool. So everything's buttoned back up and seems to be working like it should. No weird noises or anything, which I always appreciate after working in the engine bay. I won't know for sure until the next cold morning whether or not this actually solved our squeaking issue, but judging by the pulleys that we took off the truck, I'm pretty confident in saying that those were the problem, and even if not, they definitely needed to be addressed. So I think we're at least heading in the right direction. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on whether we need to dive any deeper into this and see any other problems that might be causing the squeak here. But like I said, I'm pretty confident that we've got it solved here. I'm just looking forward to not being the dude with the squeaky serpentine belt in traffic. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always a little self-conscious about it. I'm like, I swear I take care of my car. I'm not neglecting it. The parts are in the mail. um, but again, might just be me, but I hate that. I hate being the squeaky car guy driving through traffic. So yeah, looking forward to that. With that said, I'll make sure to have the two pulleys that I use linked in the description. I had the hardest time trying to figure out which ones would fit our trucks and all that. You saw I got two of the wrong ones, so hopefully this helps point you in the right direction there. I'm also gonna have these lights linked. I got them for Christmas a few years ago for my parents, and they've come in super handy. Really light up the whole engine bay, and they've been super reliable. They haven't caused me any issues since I've had them, so it could be a good gift option moving into the holidays here. So just throwing it out there as an idea. But yeah, otherwise, if you guys have any questions on what we did today, just let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and have a great rest of your day.